Hello, dear viewers. Thank you for joining me. It's Becca from Loving Source Tarot and readings by the Empress. Happy holidays, everybody. I am grateful for all of you in this holiday season, and I hope that you're having a beautiful one. Now, this reading is about why this holiday season is special for you. This is a special holiday season, and let us see why. Let's ask your guides. All right, so pick the stone that draws you, and we will begin. All right, for those of you who chose the Kunzite, this spiritual stone awakens unconditional love that is deep within your heart. Its high vibration connects you to a universal love only felt in higher realms. You will feel no negativity, no pain, only a love that transcends space and reality as we know it. Wow, the great I am, Kunzite. So that's your message from Source today. Wow, pile number one. Okay, unconditional love seems to make this one special. There must be, and it feels like a very spiritual kind of love. All right, so what makes this season special besides this? For pile number one, we have the Death card, death and rebirth. We have the Lover's card in the Night Waite. In the Arcanum, we have the Magician and we have the Hermit. In the Light Seers Tarot, we have the Queen of Swords and the Seven of Swords. Interesting. Boy, you've got a load of major arcana, pile number one. You've got the Death card. There's a death, and this isn't something. This is definitely something you know about. An end to something. It could be a loss of a loved one this year that really hits you during the holidays. Let me clarify with the Waite Centeniial Deck. Okay. Let me clarify that one. You've got all these other very beautiful cards too. Let's see, because I feel Four of Cups. For some of you, pile number one, there's been a loss this year, and it's made it difficult for you to feel like you may be feeling a rut. It makes it difficult for you to feel satisfied. There's just been sad. You're maybe actively processing it, and so there's sadness sometimes in those cups. And see, this figure is, but these are upright cups, so it's okay. You know, they're not spilled cups. This is emotion that is valuable, right? And the figure is folding his arms. He's not having it. He's just not having it. You might even feel that way. Like, okay, what else? Or I maybe even some of you feel like, I don't want to get optimistic and hopeful because sadness, there's just so much sadness this year, so much sad news this year. Like, I don't want to. But you know, that Ace of Cups coming from the clouds, you know, this is Source bringing a message this time. So I think you're encouraged to open your heart to this message. We have the Lover's card and the Hermit, the Six of Coins. Okay. So obviously you are somebody who gives, you have love in your heart. You have that kind of charitable love. And you probably are the kind of person who finds that an enjoyable part of the holidays to give. And that's very noble. That's really wonderful. The Lover's card. For some of you, an end this year opens the door to new love. That can be romantic love, but that can be any love as well. I mean, this can also be a spiritual love. Does this deck also have the doves? You know, in the Rider Waite, I think in the Arcanum too, the doves symbolize sort of a spiritual blessing, a spiritual love. Let's see. Let me clarify this. Oh, 2 cups. Okay. Yeah, the way is paved for love for you, pile number 1. It may be romantic love. It may be you're having more opportunity for interacting with other people you see eye to eye with. These are emotionally rewarding, mutually emotionally rewarding interactions. These are 2 equals. So whatever kind of relationships are coming in, you will have more love. We have the Magician and we have the Hermit. So you might have been spending, I feel like you've been spending time alone, pile number 1. And this maybe is your energy generally. Sort of like, I know what my priority is. I move forward. I'm strong. I'm capable. I'm competent. I move forward with purpose. That might be your general energy with the King of Wands. But then alone, you tap into a deeper spiritual energy. The Hermit and the Magician together are incredible cards because the Hermit taps into the power of Source, sometimes brings a message from Source, brings communication, and from your deepest self, your higher self, however you choose to think of the divine within you. And out of that comes manifestation power with the Magician. So I feel like this is 2 sides to you. This is the more public part. This is the more private part. Because the Magician just manifests. The Magician grants you your wishes, your desires. You do not have to earn them. You do not have to strive like the King of Wands is good at doing. Although you never know, sometimes the Magician puts a want to in your heart, in where you just are a little bit obsessed. You want to do this, you need to do this, and all of a sudden you have all kinds of purpose, and that's the form that magic takes too. So you never know how it happens. Sometimes the Magician just brings things in, especially if it's inspired from the place of spirituality with the Hermit, that it's just sort of poof, there it is, through no effort of your own. And it's okay to trust things to Source and not strive, not worry, not make all kinds of plans over them. So, there may be a bit of both here. There may be a bit of both. Here we have the Queen of Swords. Oh, that must be your energy too then. And the 7 of Swords. So the Queen of Swords is very forthright. She's very intelligent. She is not afraid to be assertive or set boundaries. Absolutely not. She's often inspired. Her logic is inspired. It's that kind of thing. She plans. She sees reality. She knows how to go about just about anything. So that's wonderful energy to have. But now we have the 7 of Swords underneath. What is that? 5 of Swords. Oh, there's a process happening underneath. Okay. I feel like that's a process. Again, I feel like the sense of almost secretiveness. I don't know why. And it's not bad. It's not in a bad way. It's your secretiveness. It's like you are guarding your privacy more. And the plans that you have, well, these swords you're taking all these plans, you have all these plans. They are best kept secret for now. The 5 of Swords, it may involve cutting something away. You don't want to fight. You don't want to fight. But you may be cutting something away that has to do with other people. Maybe you're letting go of some expectations of them, or you're letting some people go. Or you're simply not going to include them in a plan that you want to protect, and rightly so. The Queen of Swords is smart. She's smart. So I think you can really trust your inner wisdom if any of this is resonating with you. Interesting that both the Seven of Swords and the Five of Swords cards, that man has all the swords in both of those cards. So it's sort of like, right, it's all my plans, all my thoughts, all my wisdom. You're very self-sufficient, pile number one. And I believe you're really carrying out a well thought out plan that will bring victory. The 5 is a victory card. So this is all very interesting. There's a depth of spiritual life that's just between you and Source that is quite powerful here. All right, well, I thank you, pile number one. And I hope you do have the happiest of holidays. Take care. We'll talk to you soon. Hello and welcome to your reading, pile number 2. Let's see what's special about this holiday season for you. You chose the Carnelian. Position this stone near any door in your home and it will invoke protection, as well as inviting positive energy into your space. Carnelian is known to stimulate your metabolism and promote healing. This powerful healing can also cleanse other stones. Well, that's interesting. All right, so that is given to you symbolically today, pile number one. Now let's see what your reading is about. Sometimes I have so many little things on here, plants and such. Okay, so for the night wait, we have the 9 of Wands and we have the Ace of Cups. That's lovely. For the Arcanum, we have the Knight of Swords and we have the 10 of Coins. For Light Seers Tarot, there's your major arcana. We have the Death card, Death and Rebirth, and the 2 of Swords. Interesting. All right. Well, let us read this. Now, it looks to me like you definitely have something new coming in, but you don't see it clearly yet with this 2 of Swords. Or you have a decision to be made, which is, it's not time to make it yet. You don't quite have the clarity. Let us see about this now. It looks to me, pile number 2, like there's been some things in your past that have been very difficult, leaving you feeling it sort of embattled and watchful, like maybe over watchful for bad things to happen or people who might be harmful, right? We have I just feel like there's been some hurt lately, but yet here's this spiritual soothing and healing coming in strong with the Ace of Cups, the 6 of Coins. You're finding it healing to give to others what you did not receive. That's what I heard very clearly. Let me see. 10 of Cups, yeah, okay. Well, and the 10 of Coins. So we have the legacy card times 2 in a way. The 10 of Coins can be legacy, generations card. The 10 of Cups can also be like family on the other side who are there to help you, as well as family here. But it looks to me like when I see these cards along with these 2 cards, it looks to me like there have been some things that have been hurtful or harmful, generally involving the voice, generally involving words with that Knight of Swords. Maybe there's been somebody who's just kind of argumentative, angry, or verbally aggressive. And it might have done some harm. So there may be loved ones on the other side, though, who knows your family, who knows your family and who now see everything clearly because they're on the other side and are there to support you and try to help you and your family. There may be some ambivalence here, and this could have to do with, yeah, oh my gosh, we got it again. The 10 of coins, the generations, ambivalence regarding the generations. Should I stay or should I go? Should I go or should I not? How should I handle things? That kind of thing I feel like I'm hearing. But also maybe looking at things two different ways. Like I can see everything this way, but yet there's that other side to it too. And that is more concerning, right? So it's all very interesting. For some of you, you've already decided with the Death card that there are some things that you're not going to be able to save. In, yeah, I got to say, family relationships, a family relationship or relationships. With some of you with this Death and Rebirth card, you're either deciding to detach yourself physically entirely or even just emotionally. You may be deciding to detach yourself emotionally. With that Death card, there's some powerful energy coming in with that. There's nothing wrong with the Death card. The Death card is often a card of acceptance. It's the acceptance that brings the next open door. As long as we're thinking or figuring and trying to fight something or change something that can't be changed or affect something that's beyond our control, we are definitely in the Devil card. See, then we're bedeviled. But you, pile number 2, no longer bedeviled. Now there's acceptance. There's an end to something, and you've accepted it, which brings in rebirth. Let me see. We have the 4 of Swords. Take good care of yourself and choose to take good care of yourself. That card usually counsels us to do just that. Put the swords on the wall and be self-nurturing. And I definitely see that with this Ace of Cups, because Spirit is coming forward and being very loving and comforting and nurturing to you. That Ace of Cups can bring comfort and peace and even make room for joy. So any joy, please let that grow. And I feel like there's great freedom for you and acceptance. And look at, there's a victory card. Like that's the victory. Like that is the victory. There is no arguing and no conflict or strife. If you just have accepted what is. You're not trying to change it anymore because you can't change other people. And that person's sort of riding off in the sunset, right? Who are the people applauding you? That could be even loved ones and guides on the other side as well. So for many of you, that's the interpretation. For some of you, this 10 of coins times 2, I see an alternate interpretation of these cards too. And for some of you, this 10 of coins times 2 is a very significant for financial abundance, blessings, stability, and there may be some real abundance even connected with your legacy, the legacy you enjoy. So for some of you, this isn't about problems in your family life. This is actually about strengths in your family life. Goodness. For some of you, it's both, right? The 2 of Swords, we can see both sides. For some of you, this is about security and security emotionally, basically, and security materially. But there may be something you're watchful about. In that case, if that's the interpretation for the cards for you, then you need to worry. You don't need to be watchful, worrying that something bad is coming in, because the 10s are completions. I mean, you've arrived. You've arrived. For some of you, this is about the family that you've created. And if this is about the family you've created, my goodness, the 10 of Cups, the 10 of Coins, the 10 of Coins, you've done well. You've done very well by them. And that is a victory. See the victory card here. And maybe you're encouraged to see that. Sometimes we have a tendency to look on everything that's not quite right. Like if there's any arguing or anybody's had a tough time, sometimes we're tempted to look inordinately on those things and miss all that's been accomplished in building security and stability. So very interesting here. An interesting reading, pile number 2. I hope you found it meaningful and that this holiday season is perfect for you. Thank you. Hello and welcome to reading pile number 3. Now let's see what are special about your holidays this season. You chose the Moonstone, this little kitty. The Moonstone. Just as the name says, this stone is connected to the moon. We all have emotional ups and downs or cycles like the moon. This stone can bring balance to those emotions. It is the stone of new beginnings. And when held to the forehead can bring on an spiritual experience. Well, this is gifted to you by Spirit today. All right, that's lovely. Okay, let's see about your holiday season. In the Night Waite, we have the Wheel of Fortune and the Temperance card. Goodness. In the Arcanum, we have the 7 of Cups and we have the 8 of Swords. And in the Light Seers Tarot, we have the 7 of Cups and the 5 of Swords. 6 of Swords, right? Yes, 6 of Swords. All right, interesting. I'll use the Waite Centeniial Deck to clarify. Let's see. Wheel of Fortune and Temperance. It's almost like Source is saying there is change afoot. That wheel is turning. Maybe not fast enough for you with the 8 of Swords. You're feeling a little trapped. And the 7 of Cups, maybe you can't quite see the future, where it's turning to. You have it times 2. Goodness, yes. But you've got this Temperance card, this Temperance angel, really making it clear that gradual is better. Gradual is better. It's temperate. It's wise. It's balanced. And that tells me 8 of Swords, you might feel trapped, but they might be, it might be because you've decided that it's not time to move forward on something yet. So these 8 swords can be plans or facts or, they can be realities you want to take care of one by one. So you can move forward. Of course, this woman can move forward if she were to take down her blindfold and see that she can move through these swords. They are not containing her. So there is always that possibility too, that clarity, the 7 of Cups, once that clarity comes in, you do decide to move forward. You are no longer feeling trapped. I feel like there is something that is changing for you this holiday season with this Wheel of Fortune, like it's moving around. And with that Temperance angel, I know you're going to make it work for you because you make wise decisions. Even though you don't, it's hard to see into the future. There's so many unknowns about the future, isn't there, with these 2 7 of Cups? And the past hasn't been a cakewalk either with this 6 of Swords. The past hasn't been a cakewalk. It's been, you've learned some things and not always the easy way. But you're hoping you're coming into calmer waters. You see it. You see your calmness coming. And look at this is water too, isn't it? And there's water in the Temperance angel. There's water in the 7. There's so much water here. So emotion is very a very powerful part of this transformation that's happening, this change in your fortune. But I feel like it's emotion that is balanced with the Temperance angel, and it's emotion that's been tempered by learning, you're maturing with the Six of Swords. You know, of course, with that Seven of Cups, oh, look at what was at the bottom of the deck too, the Temperance angel again. So you really truly are advised to keep going temperately as you have been, as you are so good at. The Seven of Cups, we are always encouraged to consider the best outcomes in those cups, all the lovely things that are in those cups. You know, riches, here we have, that could be beauty, but it's a lot of times romance. Victory with the laurel wreath. Even the two that look a little ominous, like the snake can be wisdom. That would go with Temperance. And the dragon can be power. So it's sort of like, and this is a fortress, right? The unknown is what bothers us about the Seven of Cups, isn't it? But we're always encouraged to consider all the good things that are coming in. Let's see, what else? Let's clarify that Seven of Cups. Page of Swords, right? And not let our mind go, the thoughts that can come in, the worrisome thoughts that can come in, and even into our subconscious, and we're not even quite aware of them, but they can really mess up our mood. So the Page of Swords is sort of like any thoughts that come in that are fearful, that are about, you know, oh no, what if this doesn't work? Or oh no, what if that doesn't work? Or oh no, what if the change isn't coming in? Or what if I'm not coming into a freer time or calmer waters? Those are just random thoughts and worries and do not need to be followed up on. You do not need to sit there and worry about them. The Page of Swords a lot of times means that to me in these readings. Like, okay, you don't have to pick up every wandering thought, because really you're being very temperate, you're being very wise, you're having help from the angels to be temperate and wise, and you're just taking the next step. And you're moving forward gradually into calmer waters, Absolutely. This is a good move. This is a good change in your fortune. Absolutely. Queen of Swords. Also, you're smart. Yeah, that's why when I saw these swords, I thought maybe it's plans that you have to take care of. So the Queen of Swords is also quite smart. The Temperance angel lets you keep moving forward in the wisest way. Yeah. Justice. Oh, good. So somehow this change that's moving in here is restoring some justice to you. And justice is all about balance as well. So you've got like balance times 3 in this card. So this holiday season is ushering in, or maybe this has already begun, is ushering in this new change into calmer waters, greater balance. Certainly fewer tough lessons, right? And upright cups coming in, sources of emotional fulfillment, or, you know, things that are emotionally rewarding. Wow. Well, that's a wonderful reading. Pile number 3, it looks like keep doing what you're doing, and you're moving in the right direction. Thank you. Take care, and we'll talk soon.